Hi guys, we're back, we're still alive. We're just gonna do a really quick update video on where we've been, where the car's been, what's been going on. We've been away for a while, so just gonna let you know a few of the changes that are going on with the car and just sort of show you where we're up to at the moment. So we are still getting a fair few things changed around on the car, and we'll keep you up to date with them as we get them done. So we've pretty much got the interior mostly sorted at the moment. We've still got another section that we're going to build out in the middle row, but for now we've got the new seats in, new gear lever, surrounds and stuff. We've got to mount the handpiece for the second UHF that we're putting in. We've redone the door trims in the Recaro material to match the front seat. We've still got to get a fair bit of electrical wired up, so those seats will get done at the same time. Okay, so while it was with the trimmer, we actually got a few little armrests made up on the front doors. So it's just a little bit of sheet aluminium folded up and tucked in around the top of the door card with a bit of foam and leather wrapped around. We also ordered a little gear knob from Billet Works, just with our logo engraved in the top of it, and just replaced the normal gear knob with a leather one out of a GU4. Okay, so it's also been getting a fair bit welded on. So we've added hoops to the front bull bar just for a bit of protection, as well as we're mounting the secondary UHF aerial up on top. So now we've got two UHFs, got an FM radio antenna as well as a quick connect for a sand flag, just mounted up on front. The new hoops, we've got some scrub rails put on the front and the back. The rear ones are just able to be taken off with a few bolts either side, just sort of to stop against banks and stuff scrubbing on the actual car itself. We tried to keep them sort of as low and to the shape of the car as we could, just so they didn't stand out too much. We also added some gas struts to the bonnet, which was a bit of a pain. They're actually two out of a Falcon and they're a bit stiff at the moment, so we might end up changing them. On the rear bar, we've actually changed where we had a water hose coming out from the rear onto the swing away where the spare tyre is. It kept pinching when you'd open the swing out, so we've got a little stainless steel swivel fitting, so it drops down inside the rear bar, so there's no actual rubbing or pinching now. It just uses the swivel to swing out. Another big thing we've just changed is we've got a second fuel tank now. So we've got a sub tank from Brown Davis. It's a 78 litre auxiliary tank mounted on the driver's side in front of the rear diff. So it puts that extra weight forward more. We're actually changing the swing out with the jerry cans, but we still wanted extra fuel capacity for bigger trips, so that's why we went for that one. It also doesn't affect your ground clearance, whereas a long range replacement factory tank does drop down more. Yeah, we chose that one to get the weight in front of the rear, in front of the axle and the clearance. On top of the spare tyre, we also added a small tray with a new rear light bar, just to get a little bit of extra storage if we want to strap a gas bottle or a bit of firewood or something like that there, we can. Also added the Max Trax mounts in front of the bunda top tent. It's just the standard 4-pin setup for Max Trax that you can lock down just on two support rails to hold them out above the roof light bar. We also got the Coolant Overflow up front changed to a stainless housing, and off the side of that's a catch can for the oil. So it's just got a little clear hose so you can actually gauge the level of both the coolant and the catch can, and just a drain valve for if it starts filling up. Also with the larger aerial that we mounted, we put it on adjustable hinge setup. If clearance is an issue, you can just lower it down to different levels and then just pop it straight back up. Okay, so we asked on Facebook if there was anything in particular you wanted to know. Josh Payne just asked us about the inside. So we've got the new carpet, the soundproofing, all that done on the floor. I've still got to pull all the door cards off and line the door trims with the soundproofing. But we've got the door trims covered in the new material, new gear boots with the leather. We've got a new steering wheel to put on, a Nardi steering wheel, which I still haven't got to yet. But apart from that, the seats are all in. We've just got to wire them up, and then in the middle row I'm going to build a storage setup, not full drawers, but just a bit of a better organised for our camping gear and that sort of stuff. Okay, the other one was from John Turner. I just wanted to know about the bunda top tent, if we've sort of noticed any negatives since using it. So there aren't really many negatives we've noticed yet. We've had a fair few nights in it now. Just a few little things. We're still probably thinking of changing the mattress. It's a lot more comfortable than the one we had, but we're just trying to get it a little bit extra comfort. The main negative was the ladder. It was just crap. It had that stupid little tray holding it in. But now that we've changed to a telescopic ladder with the actual pin mount, it works 100 times better. It's not wanting to come off the car. It's more than long enough to reach anywhere we stay. It's just a lot more sturdy. The only other negative would be we actually had one of the latch hooks pop off on us last night when we used it, but I think that's actually from when we got the tent wrapped, and they actually had to take those off and then put them back on, and I think they just used rivets that were a little bit too small, so we've just got to drill them out and use a bit bigger rivets and they'll be fine. But from standard, without having it wrapped and redone, there was no issue with that, so that's why we've actually got a small ratchet strap around the front now, just to sort of help hold it down. But that was probably more our fault anyway. So, but apart from that, it's just so much quicker and easier than the traditional style like Darchi tent that we had. We really prefer it. A big benefit that we've noticed is, like, if it does rain, it's a lot less material that gets wet with the hard top, and you know, not having to peg out any section of the tent. It's just lifted up and it's done, zip the windows, and yeah, it's good to go. So we're really liking it so far. We're gonna go into more detail on these mods that we've done and why and everything. This was just sort of a quick update to show you the car does still exist and where it's sort of up to. It's still in the process of getting a lot done, so we will sort of get a video done more often now, but just whenever we get a chance we'll get one done. So thanks for watching this one. We'll see you in the next video.